I need to show you something in SCHD's data that almost nobody is talking about, and it goes right at the heart of why most people own this fund. SCHD's entire reputation is built on one thing: a dividend that grows year after year without fail. But look at the actual numbers. In the first quarter of 2026, SCHD's dividend came in below what it paid the same quarter a year earlier. Then in the second quarter, it happened again. 25.3 cents versus 26 cents the year before. 2 quarters in a row going the wrong direction. So is the dividend growth story quietly breaking? Or is there an innocent explanation? If you're counting on this income, you need the real answer. Let me show you exactly what's going on. Here's the plan. First, the actual numbers, quarter by quarter, so you can see the decline for yourself. Then, the innocent explanation and why this might be nothing. Next, why it still might matter, including a second warning signal that's flashing right now. And finally, the exact date and number in September that will settle this once and for all. Let's get into it. Quick disclaimer. This is educational analysis using published data, not financial advice. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. Dividends are never guaranteed. Always verify current numbers yourself and consult a qualified professional before investing. Let me put the real numbers in front of you, because this isn't speculation. SCHD's second quarter, 2026 distribution came in at about 25.3 cents per share. In the second quarter of 2025, the same quarter a year earlier, it paid 26 cents. So this year's payment was lower than last year's. And that wasn't a one-off. The first quarter of 2026 also came in below the same quarter of 2025. That's 2 consecutive quarters where the year-over-year comparison went the wrong direction. And when you look at the trailing 12 months as a whole, SCHD has paid about $1.05 per share. And depending on exactly how you measure it, that payout has essentially stopped growing. Flat at best. Now, why does this matter so much? Because SCHD's entire identity, the reason nearly $100 billion sits in this fund, is dividend growth. Not the highest yield, not the flashiest returns. Growth. The promise that your income rises every year, protecting you from inflation and compounding your paycheck. That's the whole pitch. And right now, on a year-over-year basis, that growth has stalled. 2 quarters running. Meanwhile, the fund itself has had a great year. SCHD is up about 19.5% year-to-date, and trading around $32 near its all-time high. So the price is celebrating while the dividend is quietly wobbling. That disconnect is exactly the kind of thing most investors never notice until it matters. So before anyone tells you this is nothing, understand that this is the fund's core promise showing strain. It deserves a serious look. But it also deserves the full context, and that's next. Now let me give you the other side, because there's a genuinely reasonable explanation, and I'm not here to scare you for clicks. Every March, SCHD reconstitutes. That's its annual reshuffle, where the index kicks out companies that no longer meet its standards and brings in new ones. This reshuffle can swap out a big chunk of the portfolio in one go and completely reset the sector weights. Here's the mechanical effect. When SCHD sells a high-yielding company, say an energy stock throwing off a fat dividend, and replaces it with a company that has better long-term dividend growth but a lower current payout, the immediate distribution can dip. Not because anything is broken, but because the fund deliberately traded current income for what it believes is better future quality. This year's reshuffle did exactly that kind of rotation. So a softer payout in the quarters right after the reconstitution is exactly what you'd expect to see. There's also simple timing noise. The 100 companies inside the fund paid dividends on their own schedules, and those payments don't line up neatly with SCHD's quarters. A payment landing a few days on one side of a quarter boundary can make one quarter look light and another look heavy, even when nothing changed in the underlying businesses. And here's the reassuring part. The underlying holdings look healthy. The fund still owns profitable, cash-generating dividend payers, names like Coca-Cola, Merck, Chevron, the kind of companies that have paid through recessions and crashes. Nothing about their businesses suggests distress. So the honest read is that this dip is very likely a mechanical side effect of the reconstitution, not a sign of failing companies. That's the innocent explanation, and it's probably the right one. Probably. Here's why I'm still not fully waving it off. Here's my biggest concern, and it's not that SCHD is about to crash. A one-time dividend dip caused by portfolio rebalancing isn't alarming, but if dividend growth remains weak for another quarter, it could signal a genuine slowdown. That's important because SCHD's main appeal is growing dividend income over time. Without that growth, it's simply a value fund with a yield around 3.3%. At the same time, one-year U.S. Treasuries are yielding roughly 4%, offering higher income with virtually no market risk. Investors accept SCHD's lower yield because they expect its dividends to grow. If that growth stalls while risk-free yields remain above 4%, the investment case becomes less compelling. We've seen a similar environment before, when rising interest rates pressured dividend stocks. That's why investors should closely watch both future dividend growth and interest rate trends before assuming SCHD's recent strength will continue. So what should you do? Don't panic, but don't ignore it either. The next key event is SCHD's dividend announcement in late September. When it's released, compare the new payment with the third quarter dividend from 2025. If it's higher, dividend growth is back on track, and the recent weakness was likely just a temporary effect of the fund's rebalancing. If it's lower again, investors should take a closer look at whether dividend growth is slowing. Until then, most long-term holders don't need to make any drastic changes. The fund still owns high-quality companies, but this is a reminder not to make assumptions. Follow the data, monitor the dividend, and base your decisions on facts rather than headlines or market noise. Here's the lesson that's bigger than SCHD. Every investment has a core promise, the main reason it exists. Your job as an investor is to understand that promise and occasionally verify that it's still being fulfilled. For SCHD, the promise isn't beating the S&P 500 or delivering the highest returns. It's consistent dividend growth. So when dividend growth slows, even temporarily, it's worth paying attention. Many investors buy funds based on reputation and then stop checking whether the original investment thesis still holds. That's how portfolios slowly drift away from their purpose. The biggest risks don't always come from sudden market crashes. They often come from ignoring gradual changes that unfold over time. Successful investors aren't necessarily better at predicting the future. They're simply more disciplined about reviewing their holdings. For every investment you own, write down the primary reason you bought it. Then, every few months, ask whether that reason is still true based on the latest data, not just the share price. This simple habit helps you make objective decisions, avoid emotional investing, and stay focused on your long-term goals instead of reacting to headlines or market noise. To sum it up, SCHD's dividend has declined year over year for 2 consecutive quarters, and overall dividend growth has slowed. The likely reason is the fund's March rebalancing, but investors should still pay attention. With one-year treasuries yielding more than SCHD, the next dividend announcement in late September becomes especially important. If the payout exceeds last year's third quarter dividend, the growth story remains intact. If not, it's worth reassessing. Did this surprise you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe, because when that September number drops, I'll break it down the same day, and that video will tell you whether this was noise or the start of something. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.